Hey y'all, and welcome back. If you're new around here, my name is Katie Marie and I like to play with eyeshadow palettes on my channel, and today we are going to be just having fun with makeup. I have this idea for a really black and white type of outer corner work and matte, very matte, but then I want like neon bright green on my lid. It's just for a pop of really intense green. I'm thinking like this type of super intense green, and that could probably work from this palette, but it doesn't have a whole lot of grays, so I'm wanting to use the Eternal Twilight palette from Odin's Eye because it has some grays up here and a really nice dark. I think this is more purple, but I think I can make sure it gets nice and dark and deep and black with that shade. If not, maybe I'll dab into here because I know the black in here is really great. I'm gonna be playing with these palettes essentially as we do this look, and we're gonna talk about new makeup releases. I'm just gonna hold it up on my phone and show you guys what we're gonna talk about. So that is going to be the plan for today's video. I hope that sounds good to you. I really wanted to sit down and do my makeup today, and I was thinking about like a topic, and I really didn't have anything to chat about that I felt would take up a 20-30 minute video, and then I was like, well, we could talk about new makeup releases because I can't remember the last time I sat down to look at new makeup releases, and I specifically like new indie makeup releases. I love indie palettes, at least back when I used to do all the indie makeup and whatnot. But actually, so I wanted to do this video today, and so I was like, well, let me go look at the old like new indie releases in Instagram pages that I used to follow to stay up to date on the new indie pages or indie releases, like the Instagram pages. And I couldn't find any that were current. So is everyone not doing, is that not a thing anymore? I guess it's been probably a year, if not more, like well over that, since I've looked them up. And actually, like, I can't remember the last time I did a video. I think I did a video talking about new makeup releases last year, but I can't remember. Anyway, so is it just not a thing anymore to talk about or to like have Instagram pages where people post new indie makeup? I looked around at a couple of the ones that I remembered. They were all old, you know, like they hadn't been updated forever unless something like glitched in Instagram and wasn't showing me current things. I'm gonna start with Blackest. This looks very purple, but it's called Blackest, so I'm going to expect it to be black. If not, like I said, we'll go into the other. I looked at a couple, none of them were current, so I was like, well, let's go. And I checked a couple of the ones, like Indie Mood was a big one back in the day. That's not current. New Makeup Spotlight, Indie Makeup Spotlight, stuff like that. None of them were current. This is looking a little purple, but again, I'm gonna put gray on top of it. I'm pretty sure it'll get nice and dark. So I went to Trend Mood, and Trend Mood, as far as I can see, is still current. She wasn't one I preferred to use back in the day just because she tended to, okay, I can't even remember all the drama around her, but a lot of like taking other people's posts and posting them as their own without credit, even if like someone else had it first type of thing, and I think maybe even leaking stuff. I forget all the drama. That's one thing that's very interesting now that I feel like I've been out of the beauty industry so much. I'm just out of the social media crowd so much, is sometimes I'll click on to read about a drama going on, like a YouTube video on a drama that they cover, and it's just like, I just dropped a brush, sorry. But anyway, I'll listen to some of it and I'm just like, oh, I don't miss trying to keep up with all that. I don't know, I don't miss it. There's a part of me that's kind of, there's a real part of me that always, what's the word, like likes to know what's going on and just be abreast of it. But since I've been so detached and out of the makeup industry, I just feel very much like I know nothing, like literally nothing. I don't even know what new makeup releases we're going to talk about because I've just been so out of it. But I don't know, there's been a very nice, just a calm peaceness when I am like playing with my makeup and whatnot. There's no worry, no dramas, no like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So anyway, not that there's any makeup drama or drama in the beauty world that I know of going on right now, but just getting peeks of other parts of the internet's dramas or gossips and what's going on is just like, I don't really miss it. Anyway, I don't know how I got on there. Let me go ahead as I continue. This is looking nice and black. Perfect. It did have a little bit of a purple-esque feel to it, but I put that darker gray on top and it's perfection. No issues at all. So I'm just gonna go like ham with the really I want black and gray is all I want going on my eyes, except for my lid. I'm going to put on that really neon green. I hope I haven't done a look like that. I probably have, but I know for me personally, I haven't done a look like this in literally eons, probably a couple years, and it's just a look that I thought in my head today, and I was like, oh man, it's been so long. I really want to see what that looks like again. It's been so long since I've played with makeup, period, but I like a good black and white and just a pop of that neon green. That's really pretty. Okay, let me take a pause really quick and take a sip. And we are going to be talking about, let's see, there's a NARS, what is this, Cheek? Oh, I'm gonna have to way turn up my brightness, let's see. Yeah, Cheek, I'm not interested in a cream cheek product. This is a YSL blush, not really interested in it. What else we got? Fragrance, oil infusion. Is there nothing interesting being released right now? Okay, this is from Wonder Snatch. What brand is that? Oh, NYX. It's called the Wonder Snatch Concealer. Now, I am kind of interested in this. I love the coloring because it's neon green. I'm so predictable. But I actually do need a nice, like I want to discover a new, really nice concealer. Right now, my kind of go-to favorite is the one you'll see me use in this video, but it's the Superstay one. But I would love to find, I don't even have it anymore, but I would love to find, what was it? It was a Catrice like camo. There was one that I absolutely loved, and it was a little bit thinner, so it was great on to conceal my under eyes on those like no makeup or barely any makeup days. So I want to find a really lightweight concealer to like fall in love with and have an easy time getting, because I think Catrice, they don't sell it at the Ultas around me or online. Not that I do a lot of online. I do more like just Walmart and Ulta in my local town now than order online. But anyway, I was just having whichever concealer I was like really into. I have a hard time finding locally. Okay, I don't love how high I took it on this side, but we're just gonna roll with it because I don't think it's that big a deal. Maybe I could take a little white. Do I have a white? I think I can find white. Anyway, so the fact that this concealer is neon green and it's called a buildable formula makes me think it's a thinner formula, has me tempted to try it. So maybe I'll pick it up and give it a try. Oh yes, this one has a white in it I'm just gonna use. But I don't know, if you have heard anything, like I said, I didn't even know this was a thing. I have no idea what new releases are going out, but if you've heard any reviews, I'd love to hear if it's worth getting or is it getting bad reviews right now. Because I would like to get another really nice thin concealer, because besides the Maybellines, I'm pretty sure all my other ones in there are like going bad. I am going to do a declutter of my makeup collection here soon, because some of those concealers are smelling very iffy in my collection, so I just have not been using them, but I just need to throw them out if they're bad. But anyway, so that's interesting. I am very curious. I wonder if it's out now. 30 shades, $7.99. The link in bio, I think that means it's out now. But yeah, that's not a bad price. I'll probably have to see if it's available the next time I am able to run into Ulta, and I could definitely see myself picking a color and throwing it in and seeing how I like that. All right, we got fragrance. Natasha Denona. I have been out of the loop for like a year or whatever, but that definitely looks like a palette we've already seen from her. It doesn't look that new. Maybe that's mean of me to say, I'm sorry, but it's just kind of like that. I love the colors, that grungy, greenish tone, the brown and then the pink. But I feel like we've seen this before. Maybe it's a new, or maybe it's just a re-release, but it's called the Gloom Mini Eye. Anyway, passing. Oh, okay, so we have Smurfs from, I'm assuming, ColourPop. There's a whole video. Oh no, Fenty Beauty. I'm shocked. Okay, interesting. I'm not into Smurfs at all. So I see this and I'm just like, pass. Cute packaging. Armani Skin Tint, expensive. I'm just not gonna bother to try it out. We have, what's this, Lancome lipsticks. Not a whole lot of interesting. I want palettes, y'all. I like palettes. BananaPuddingBalm.com, a universal salve. That's fun just from the name, from Glossier. I'm gonna go down to look for eye products at the bare minimum. Eye products. We got lots of skincare. L'Oreal's releasing a, contour stick, looks like. That could be cool. I'm going to grab, I was trying to find a good one I can talk about while we put on this, because I need some white concealer. Nothing very interesting. I'm all the way back July 1st. I haven't really seen, is ColourPop not releasing like they used to? Man, I feel so out of the loop. Trend Mood, I think, is still doing her Trend Mood boxes. Yeah, Trend Mood box. Have y'all tried those? I never did try them back when I was in makeup, but looks like she's still doing them. Natasha Denona's coming out with a foundation. I am scrolling and I have yet to see a palette. That makes me sad. There's like no palettes. Okay, is the era of the eyeshadow palettes like gone when it comes to like trending and stuff like that? I feel like a few years ago when I was really into, let me flip this over, really into eyeshadow palettes and stuff, there would be so many eyeshadow palettes released every week that it just felt like an impossible task to talk about them, let alone try them all. And I just scrolled, what is this? This is on Trend Mood. Maybe she doesn't do all eyeshadow palettes, but I'm back in May without anything. Okay, I'm gonna have to hop around to some of the Instagrammers, because I know Odin's Eye just released a collection and it was on there, unless I missed it. Oh my gosh, okay, here's something we could talk about. Lord of the Rings and Glamlight. I missed this, but I am a huge fan of Lord of the Rings, and I had no idea they launched that. That is so fun. Lord of the Rings. I love the green, obviously the green packaging, but it doesn't look like too like super green heavy in the coloring, which is good. Just to give it like uniqueness. I feel like, at least back when I got out of makeup a couple years ago, stopped making videos, like there were so many green palettes, I feel like everyone was having green palette fatigue. Let me tap this out and then I'm gonna take a closer look. That is an interesting color story. A very easy color story. Like I feel like anyone could like that. There's a little bit of color in there if you want to do something fun and you're more of a colorful eyeshadow lover, but if you want to keep it safe and just do, or you know, if you're not into color, but you love Lord of the Rings, you could definitely get this palette and use it a lot, because there's some nice cool tone neutrals and warm tone neutrals. It's just to make it very very easy. Oh yeah, that's pretty. 2 rows of mattes, 2 rows of shimmers. Very, very nice. Now this must have launched back in May or something, because May 15th, I missed this completely. I didn't even see anyone that I follow, like Angelica, Samantha. I missed all of their videos on it, if they did a video, because I had no idea. I'm eating a muffin, I should clarify, so you don't see me throw stuff in my mouth and wonder what I'm doing. But ooh, those are the swatches. That's super pretty, really rich. Obviously it's Glamlight. Glamlight could do those really rich colors so nicely. All right, I'm gonna go into that green. This is, I don't think I said, but Myers Cosmetics, remember them? This is one of their final palettes they released, the Perception palette. It is such a good palette. They did the neon so well. So I'm just gonna pack this right on top. And this is usually where I'm like, oh, I probably didn't tap out the concealer that well. Okay, I had one of my kids come in, so I finished this eye and was playing with this eye, or starting this eye, and I think this is the vision I was going for. When I put a wing on it, I feel like that'll be what I'm looking for, and maybe I'll even do a little bit of like, I don't know, green, neon green underneath the wing. But anyway, here's what we're looking at, and we're going to tap on the rest of this on this side. Oh wait, I need to tap it out. Anyway, I forget what I was talking about when they came in. So we're just gonna keep on rolling. But I was talking about the Glamlight and how much I like that. I have to go and see. Like I said, it's Glamlight, so I feel like all the big indie palette reviewers would have made a video. I must have just missed it. And I'll have to go and see what they thought of it. Not that I am planning to purchase it, just because I have so much makeup I have to go through. It's not, I don't need to be buying more makeup. However, the fact that it is a Lord of the Rings collection, I'm kind of tempted / kind of like, well, maybe I do want to buy some makeup. Because I think that's so cool. I love Lord of the Rings, the whole trilogy, and The Hobbit. It's all such a good classic in my book. All right, let's keep going. What so we got? Yeah, I'm all the way down in, what is this, May? On trend mid? Okay, what else can I look? Angelica, she usually posts flat lays when she gets new releases. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is a Gate Temptation. What brand is this? Oh, Singe. How did I not know that Singe came out? Oh, that almost makes me think of the green that I'm literally using on my eyes. So Singe Beauty, which is Angelica Nyquist's brand, they released a palette, and I'm sure everybody knows but me. So let me know, did you get this palette? What did you think about it? How was the quality? And if it's her first palette release, let me know. Like, are you excited for more? I got her eyeshadow brushes. I bought some of them and they are so good. I mentioned them in my tiny brushes recommendation video. It is continuing to get darker. I hope the lighting's okay in my video. But anyway, her brushes are so nice, so like high quality, so smooth and easy to work with, and just great, like very nice. I am a huge fan of them. So, and she's such a amazing creator of amazing eyeshadow looks, and she loves the bright makeup, so I am sure the quality of her palette is going to be superb. But I'd love to hear, if you did try it, how that went, and if it got good feedback when it launched. I'm pretty sure this was probably a while ago, April. Yeah, of course. Late to everything, per usual. Alright, so there's where we're going. I feel like that looks pretty good. I'm just trying to make sure I don't have like one eye too crazy much like overdone than the other one, just looking lopsided. My eyes are naturally kind of like different. They have different severity in their hoodedness. This eye especially is far more hooded. So a lot of times I try to compensate, I guess you could say, to hide the fact that they're so mismatched. But anyway, I just like to kind of take a final look from far away and be like, okay, from straight on, I feel like it looks pretty good. But anyway, that's super exciting. I love the tones that I'm seeing. Oh, I gotta reposition here. I love the tones that I'm seeing, the orange, the red, the green. So pretty, and I'm sure the shimmers are going to be beautiful. Yeah, very nice, and I love the packaging too. The packaging on the outside is super pretty. I'm gonna get a black, not a brown, a black liner. Super pretty. Let's see what else. Oh, and Singe in November. Okay, so maybe this was the first one. Singe also had this eyeshadow palette called Galactic Visitor. I have a crack in my screen of my phone that sometimes sits right across a word. Anyway, that one's pretty. I'm not as crazy about it. I'm sure this comes as no surprise. It's more of like a deep neutral with really, I love the deep tones in it. That's awesome. And you can kind of mix and match it with the lighter tones to get mid-tone shades. So those are all really cool. I should probably zoom just because I haven't refocused in a while. But it's very pretty. But her second palette launch is definitely a little more my speed. I think the first one's pretty and makes sense for your first palette release to go something that everyone will like. But you have to tell me how, if you got either one of Singe Beauty's palettes, let me know what you thought about it as far as the quality and if it lived up to expectations, and did the launch go well? I feel like so many brands, there'd be so much drama over launches back when I was in it, I guess you could say, when I was really into buying new makeup and whatnot, all the stress over a new launch or websites crashing or running out of stuff. So you have to let me know. I hope both of her launches, or all of her launches if she did other stuff besides these two palettes. But I hope they all went well. It's so hard for me to talk and do eyeliner. All right, let's keep going. Let's see, we got swatches of something here. What palette is this? This is Clarity Cosmetics Cobra. Is that new? I feel like, ooh, that's pretty. It's a green palette. You guys know I'm gonna love it. But I feel like Cobra palette was, that's my son. His room's on the other side of the wall. But anyway, I feel like the Cobra palette was launched a while ago, or is this like a new reinvention of it, or like a re-release of it? Because I feel like I remember seeing the reveal of the Cobra palette a year or so ago, like when I did one of my last will I buy it? Yeah, will I buy it videos. I had a blank on what that used to be called, those videos. Okay, I feel like I'm failing on this eye and it's kind of stressing me out. Let me go Mocha. Okay, Gourmande Girls has a Mocha palette. Ooh, with a pop of green. I like that. Pop of green and neutrals. I feel like that is definitely my style these days, just not doing as creative eye looks anymore. I do more of those like every day, and usually also with my everyday, I like to work in some green. So a neutral palette with a pop of green would be a palette I would use pretty heavily because it's just kind of my daily go-to these days. Like today, being creative with this, it's still green, but you know, doing something a little very deep and dark and bold and bright. I can't remember the last time I played with makeup like this. It's been a while since I've worn makeup. We went through hand, foot, and mouth here for the first time in my life. I never had it as a kid growing up with my siblings, and we haven't had it before this month with my kids, and oh my goodness, it was a rough ride for my 3-year-old. It was so bad. Yeah, her worst was like the sores in her mouth, and she couldn't like eat. That's how bad the sores were, and when you can't eat, it was just rough. But we're all past it, thank goodness. But I don't know why I'm telling you that. Anyway, literally can't remember why I mentioned that, but let's move on. Ooh, this is the, what brand is this? Let me see, Belle Beauty Bar. This is pretty. This is like summer in a palette with the like mermaid summer. I like the depth in there, but also the brightness. I feel like this green, I've seen it in a couple palettes. I'm so sorry if you don't like when people eat and talk at the same time. If it's too loud, I find it highly annoying, so I'm trying not to be loud. But anyway, let's move on. I'm going to do my face, but that's a really pretty palette. I love richness when it comes to eyeshadow palettes. You know, to be able to get really rich with the outer corner is just so pretty. And then being able to get bright as well with the lid or the crease color, getting really intense color. I like it when you can kind of almost get a neon look without having to actually use like pigment, like neon pigment, because that can be so messy. And I feel like, you know, this palette, Midas Cosmetics, they were really doing it. I don't know, I'm sure other brands are, but when I was kind of phasing out of being as involved in makeup, I feel like Midas Cosmetics just hit the nail on the head with neon. There was a couple other brands that also just did those bold neon colors so well, that got you the bold color without having to use pigments as much. I'm trying to remember their names. Oh, they're behind me. I can't wait to do a makeup collection. I think I've decided, so if you missed it, I did a kind of cursory cleanup talking about what I want to do on my channel and asked you guys, y'all's opinions on how you wanted me to proceed with my makeup collection, because I could do a makeup collection, I could do a declutter, I could start trying new makeup, doing like weekly shop my stashes and stuff like that. And I think what I'm going to do is I am going to do a cursory, let's go over my whole makeup collection, what I have here, and we'll just like go through each of the drawers, and then you can kind of see what I have before I then go into those drawers and pick stuff out to, you know, have in my everyday makeup drawers for like a week or two and start going through it and getting rid of stuff that's probably bad, because I mentioned in there a lot of this makeup, some of it I haven't touched. Oh wait, this is lighter. I need a darker. Summer tans always makes things complicated. I think this is darker. Because I mentioned a lot of stuff. I mean, like I said with the concealer, some of them smell really off when I open them, so they might be a super simple like, oh, I'm throwing that away as I work through it. So I want to do that, but I think it'll be fun before I actually do all that and go through, declutter, throw stuff away, is if I just get to show you guys where my collection is now before we go into it. And then that way when I'm finished going through my entire collection and getting rid of stuff that I don't want anymore, don't use anymore, or that are expired or gone bad, we can do another video to go through it and kind of see where we ended up. How's that sound? I feel like that could be fun. That way I have a bit of an update of like a before and after the big purge, because it will definitely be the biggest purge of at least my face makeup, maybe not my eyeshadows, because I'll probably still keep way more than I need, but it will definitely be a very big purge for my face products, because since I'm not trying makeup like I used to, there really isn't a reason for me to have like 20 foundations. Like I don't need to hold on to them to compare them to new ones coming out because I'm trying the new ones and stuff like that. So I really am gonna be going through my face products and being like, okay, yes, I like this, I'll keep this. It's gonna take me a year to go through this. I don't need a bunch of them, so I'm going to keep my absolute favorites of my face stuff and try my best to get rid of a lot. So hopefully if I do a first going through a makeup collection and then another one after I'm all done, there should be a significant reduction of what you see here. All right, so I'm just gonna be using concealer now. And I usually use 2 different colors because I couldn't find the exact color that I feel like works. This one's a little bit lighter than I like. And this one's kind of like, not darker than my foundation, but it's kind of like right at my foundation. So I like to do both and mix it. And I feel like it just, I don't know, it makes me feel like I'm getting the perfect color for my, for my under eyes. So anyway, let me see. Let me see if we can do a couple more. Okay, what do we have here? Morphe brushes. Oh, Morphe, they're still launching things. That's cute. I don't like the plastic. The hard plastic kind of packaging is just not my personal favorite. I just like the traditional like cardboard. Those are my favorites. But I'm curious, has Morphe improved in its formula over the years? Or are they still kind of the same? Have they gone up in price? Because they used to be like really low and affordable like e.l.f. and whatnot, but I was at Walmart recently and e.l.f. is not as low as I once remembered. So I feel like Morphe might be the same. I don't know, I'm just asking. But just watching those go by, all those palettes, none of them stand out to me as like, ooh, I really like that. They're all just kind of neutral palettes that I can easily pass on. But you have to let me know if you still like Morphe. I feel like I'm asking so many questions in this video because it's been so long since we've talked about new makeup on my channel. I just feel like I don't know anything. So let me know, fill me in, help me get caught up on all the things makeup right now in the beauty world, in the makeup world. Oh, my pigs, I'll have to go fix that. My pigs, what do you call? Shade cloth. We're having a bit of rain and a storm, not storm, but very windy, and a bunch of rain today. And one of the corners of the shade cloth came undone and is flapping in the breeze. So I will have to go out later with a full face of makeup on and tie it back down. Anyway, yeah, Morphe brushes. I mean, the packaging looked cool enough, but nothing really stood out to me as that I'm like, ooh, that's really neat. Let's see, we got some lip products, face products. This is Belle Beauty Bar. I think we already saw that one. Yeah, we already saw that one. And then Singe Beauty. Ooh, this caught my eye. DD Signature. That is beautiful. And DD Signature, she's one that does neon super well. She absolutely does. And look how many, that green looks even brighter than the green that's on my face right now. Wow, that is beautiful. What is this called? Drops of Fantasy. Oh my goodness. I think that is a cool name for that palette because it does take me to a dream world. That is so beautiful. That makes some really fun looks with that really hot, dark pink, the yellow, the green, but then you got a deep, rich purple and blue and green. No straight up black. You got a teal in there. My daughter loves teal, so she'd love that. That's pretty. Oh, wow. I don't need new palettes, but this one is tempting me. And look at that row of shimmers. That is so pretty. I think I showed you already, but just in case this is what we're talking about, that is stunning. Oh my goodness. So pretty. I have not seen any looks with it either. I have to go double check that I'm still like subscribed to, I guess I'm not logging into my Instagram on my makeup side, so I'm missing all these kind of new posts. That must be it, because I stay on my gardening page, and over there I follow a lot of gardening and homesteading and stuff like that, so that's generally what I see now. So that must be why I'm missing all these. But yeah, see, Trend Mood didn't post any of these. Oh shoot, I just got out of it. And I don't know why Trend Mood's not posting them. Okay, sorry, another child interruption. I went ahead and did my mascara, and I'm just finishing out my lower lash line. And I kind of really want to take, I'd have to use a neon line, but I want to put like a line underneath my wing because I think that will look really cool. Let me see if I still have Do I still have those cake liners? Because that would be perfect. If I do, I don't know where they are. I think they're in my palettes, like at the bottom or something. That must be where they are. Because I think when I moved everything over, I stuck those in the bottom of that basket first, not realizing that they would probably gonna live there for like a year, but before I actually got around to it. Okay, we're going to improvise. Okay, I'm gonna use the Sigma B12 brush. Going to zoom y'all back in so you're not staring at, you know, fuzzy stuff or unfocused stuff. And I'm gonna take this white. Let's see how this goes, but I'm gonna take the white. And my thought is to draw a line and then top it. Kind of scared that I'm gonna ruin the look. But I mean, who am I gonna ruin it for? I'm just staying around the rest of the day with my kids, so let's give this a try. It's catching onto my hairs on my face. Let's see. Okay. Gonna let that dry for a minute. I'm gonna have to get another, I'll probably just use the same one and dry it off. That way it'll be a little tacky to grab the pigment better. I feel like even just white is a cool look, even if I didn't do green. Hopefully I'm in frame, sorry. I'm focusing real hard on making this white stand out without totally ruining the look. All right, I feel like it doesn't look great on that side, but we'll pretend we don't see it. And then I'm gonna go into the Perception palette. This is such a good palette. I think I've said that a couple times in this video alone. And let's dab it over top. This is not a great brush to use. We're throwing that down. We're gonna try this one. It's just like a, I don't know, just a tiny flat brush. That's very sloppily. What did I say? I felt like I was gonna ruin the look. Let's see if we can brush it away. Okay, better. It's kind of like a white neon. It's not super green. It kind of just looks like a tinted, a white line tinted green, which is, I guess, better than totally ruining it, right? I'll take it at this point. It's kind of like a white line, but has green hazed around it, right? Could be worse. Come on, Katie, could be worse. Not terrible for not doing anything, any creative eyeshadow in so long. Okay, this side definitely turned out much better than this side, so we're just gonna focus on this side at this rate. Let me finish it up and just be done for today. We're gonna take some Pina Colada from Glamlight, one of my favorites, such a good highlighter, and I'm going to put it right here on the top of my cheekbone. Really make it pop, and then I'm also gonna put it on my inner corner. So after I put some, ooh, I always like a highlighter that you don't really see until you turn just right, and then it's like, ooh, so pretty. Like, I don't know if it shows up on camera, but because I feel like to show it up on camera really well, you have to really overdo it, and I don't like the overdone in like real life look, so I guess you have to just take my word for it that in real life it looks really pretty because it's just like in disguise, and then you turn your head and it pops. So anyway, just going to finish packing a little bit around my inner corner very carefully so my eyes don't start to water and completely ruin the look. But there we go. That is the completed look. I feel like the lighting is completely trash at this point because it's so cloudy, and it kind of makes me a little disappointed. I really do need to set up my ring light on the other side of the window so that on days like today I can at least get consistently decent lighting. So I'm so sorry, but that is going to be the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I didn't put anything on my lips but some lip balm, so that feels like I should have something. Let me just grab this real quick. What is this? Oh, that's bright. But if we like smear it out, I feel like the red and the green can kind of go together. This is called Apricot Whisper by Odin's Eye. It's okay. Not my favorite. I feel like a nude is what I would usually use, but it'll do it. So this is going to be the look for today. I like how it turned out all together. And like I said, if you just look at this eye, looks really nice. This side looks a little weird, but let's just pretend I only have one half of my face for right now. But I really like how it turned out, and I totally like the vision that I had in my head of like a totally black and gray eye with just that pop of neon green came to life, and I'm super happy about it. It was just fun to get to talk to you guys a little bit as I did my makeup and just get to play with makeup today, as I said. And maybe that's why I mentioned my kids being sick, but it's been like 2 weeks since I put on makeup just to relax and have fun, and so it was a really nice break for me today. But that is gonna do it for me. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you very soon, hopefully in my next video. Bye guys.